And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and almost got dizzy going over the bridge there.
Yeah, that was a ride, wasn't it?
It was. Hi, is everyone?
Yeah, we know y'all are having a wonderful day. It's
the day after the 4th of July.
The day after the 4th of July. Y'all should be up and going, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but we know there's some of them out there that's probably not.
What else is
quite
today?
Out there yet. Hump Day. We already halfway through this week. You didn't even know it.
Yeah, hadn't even got started, really. A lot of folks had a couple extra days off due to the holiday season.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there was somebody pushed out and said, if you want to make the best of your vacation time, this is how you do it and put it all together. And one of them was you use a holiday like 4th of July on a Tuesday. So you take Friday as a vacation, you take Monday as a vacation.
Okay.
So you're off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Well, it only cost you 2 days.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, but a lot of companies say if you want to get paid for holiday, you've got to work the day before and the day after to get the free holiday pay like a Tuesday. But, I mean, if you have the ability to take the day before off and look at, hey, how can I take 2 vacation days and get a big 5-day vacation out of it? It's not a bad deal.
And keep this in mind. When that day comes, when you're getting ready to go to that by and by, whether you work that day before or not is not really going to matter. It's memories that matter at the last moment in life. Just keep that in mind. I'm not saying don't work. I'm saying enjoy life a little bit because it will pass you by.
You can leave money, but that money will not fill the vacancy of no memory.
That's right.
And you need to have some memories that people talk about for the rest of their lives. You remember when Paul did this, and you remember that, and those are the things that make people rich.
Yeah. Knock on wood, we're hoping, I saw a blink a minute ago, we're hoping cameras will cover us through the end of the show today. We've had some issues we've been working on behind the scenes, so we apologize for that. What's going on at the White House, Odie?
Well, they say it's so dull at the White House, they got to give you a little bit of oomph to get your pelt built back
going
up.
Through the day, yep.
I did hear earlier this morning that somewhere in this library or whatever, when workers or visitors or whatever else, when they come in, there's some little cubbyhole lockers or something that people can put their cell phone in or whatever before you go into the Oval Office. And that's where they found the white powder substance that has been confirmed as cocaine.
What's his name wrote a song about that, didn't he?
There's been a couple of songs about cocaine.
Oh, you know, Mr. Personality there, the guitar player. I'll think of it in just a second. The name of the song was Cocaine.
Yeah. Cocaine in the White House. Cocaine in the White House.
And we know Willie was not there this week, so it only leaves one person that it possibly could have been.
Yeah, and it was a Biden.
Yeah.
Who does it now? Willie now.
Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton.
That was the song.
Baby Duck was right there on it. If it was marijuana, I could say that old Willie might have had something to do with it. But now...
This is the hard stuff, and let's remind you, this is against the law, and it was in the White House, and everybody has security checks who gets in there. Keep that in mind. So there's some... Nothing's going to become of this. Nothing will happen. We all know that. No. It is over and done before it's even been investigated.
Yeah, they said, whoever found it and made this public is probably fired this morning.
Their career is over.
Yeah. You know, we know you did the right thing, but nope.
That's the hard truth about what really goes on in Washington and places of that nature. You turn somebody in, they say there's no retaliation, but they're coming for you. You know it as well as I do.
Oh, yeah. And there's going to be another investigation. They're going to be investigating Jeff up there. Scroll back down. Let me see that one right there. He says, if you see smoke in Kewanee, don't call the fire department. He said, it's my wife Diane's big 60th birthday. So I don't know if he's talking about how many candles he's got to use.
It's got to be.
But there's going to be an investigation of why Jeff ain't come back from the party.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get it together, Jeff.
Oh, Miss Diane, happy birthday.
Hope it's a good one. All throughout the day yesterday, Biden avoided questions dealing with this. Yeah. But last night on the balcony, who is that? Oh, it's Hunter back at the White House again.
Well, he wanted to see them firecrackers and them colors since he had done had him a big line.
Whoo! Where's our country going with leaders like this? You really, yeah. What happened to the days of our world when people that were in a high-profile area were somebody you looked up to? And whether even JFK, who done a lot of things wrong, they kept the image clean to the public.
Oh well, yeah. You got to keep somewhat.
We're in a different world now. We're treading on light water, I'm afraid, or yeah. Thin ice. Maybe that's
thin ice. There we go.
Yeah, I sometimes get those confused.
Yes.
Trying to walk on water, you fall in. Whoops. So much going on. We're going to recap everything that's gone on in the last 24 hours. We've had a shooting, we've had somebody robbed, and we've had a fire that has claimed a life. We've got some of the headlines that are coming your way this morning. Tragedy in our neighborhood.
Yes, it is. And we still need prayers for Miss Summer Etheridge.
Yep. We've got that and so many more subjects to talk about. We'll be right back.
Patrick Allen Companies services and repairs all brands of overhead doors, residential and commercial. Our service technicians are factory trained and have over 125 years of combined experiences. At Patrick Allen Companies, we are not interested in being the biggest, just the best. We are just 4 miles south of Meridian on Highway 145. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. And they even do work on motorcycles. With the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County's been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham. And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and we're just happy that everything's working.
We're back.
We are.
We made it.
Fingers crossed, knocking on wood, and we hope to get all these little issues we've had the last few days worked out.
That's right. We're going to get there.
As we reported, there has been a shooting in Meridian. As we find out more and more about this would be just off of 8th Street. It's real similar to another story that we've got coming up. But we had a female that was accidentally shot, or at least that's what was told to the police last night as they were rushed to the hospital, shot in the side, said it was an accidental discharge. Well, we weren't there. We will leave it with the facts that we know, but that's what happened overnight. We'll add that to the list of shootings that have happened this year.
Yeah.
As we
terrible.
mentioned, other
and
things.
Hope that they come out all right. We hope that could be a bad spot to get shot in.
It could be.
Prayers for her.
Let me jump onto the same story because this happened in the same area. Let me just jump ahead. I was going to do this later, but I want to move to this story a little bit quicker. Let me get to it here, Odie. I've got it here somewhere from this morning.
It's right around in there.
Yep. I may have to go back. Let me just go back this way. Hang on here. As we find out that somebody was robbed last night in the Meridian area. And with that being said, here's the story. As we pull this up, same area. This was in Davis Court yesterday afternoon, 5:30 to 6 o'clock is when this happened. A man said that he was approached by 3 individuals that he did kind of know. He had
Acquaintance.
Yes, that's the word that was used. They took his money and fled the scene there. And, of course, that being an armed robbery. And, again, I won't add any thoughts to that, but those are the facts that were given to us of what happened yesterday. But the same area, Davis Court, we had someone robbed, and then we had someone shot. This would be, again, let's just pull this up where this is so you'll know if you're going Davis Courts, where is that? As we pull this back up on the map here, here is 8th Street right here. It will be due south back behind AutoZone in this area there.
Now you said that there was a law about cocaine and that cocaine was illegal, right?
Yep, the best of my knowledge.
All right, so this should be a felony that he's done with the armed robbery.
Correct.
Now, don't know, but if the guy that was doing the robbing was already a felon,
Okay.
wouldn't it be illegal for him to have a gun?
It would be.
Yeah, I wonder how many of those. We might need to keep count on how many felons are found with guns committing these robberies that we're keeping up with.
They can't own a.
That can't own one because the law says that they can't have one.
What I think Odie is trying to beat around the bush here and say as we get deeper into this theory here is it's not law-abiding citizens breaking the law. It's, criminals that often do this, that can't own or purchase a firearm.
Right.
And that is a fact nationwide. That is true.
Everywhere. And you keep making these rules and trying to do away with guns and making these gun laws, and the only people following them are your law-abiding citizen.
As a matter of fact, our nation, y'all, I don't think I'm going to stretch it here. If we were to just simply today wake up and go, wait a minute, we got a lot of laws on the book, and we were to enforce what we already have, I bet we could make a change right there.
One more law.
What would it be? No more.
Uphold all the laws that everybody's already put into effect. And let's start with that.
What an interesting concept. No, we can't do anything like that.
That makes too much sense.
It is.
I should have had a V8.
You should have stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. Bernie Sanders didn't come up with it, so we can't do that. I mean,
well, shucks.
Y'all know we're telling the truth on all this. It doesn't matter how you vote, whether you're an independent, you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat. None of us want to be hurt by criminals, do we? No, we don't.
Vote person.
And I thoroughly believe that everybody who votes, it doesn't matter how you vote, they just want to earn a living, make good money, keep their family safe. I think truly we all have the same values. It's just a few that get involved on each side of the parties that change the direction and what's put out there. I truly believe the deep portion of America still believes in the right thing. I do.
I have voted for people who ran on the Democrat side.
Right.
I've voted for people who run on the Republican side.
I mean,
I'm going to vote for the person.
Right. I mean, you still got that Hillary sticker out there on your truck. I saw that.
Yeah, well, that keeps people from robbing me. They think of that and they say, this poor fella.
Bless his heart.
Bless his heart.
That's for safety reasons.
It is. It's people think maybe if I support her, she'll come get you.
There you go. We want to bring this up. We've had it brought up in the comments already. We lost a life in Lauderdale County last night. We will post the story in just a little bit out of to making sure. I didn't put it in writing yet because I wanted to make sure all family members were aware of what had happened. But there was a fire last night on Dr. Brock Road, and a life was lost, Odie. Someone was, if I am not mistaken, was maybe to where they couldn't walk, maybe in a wheelchair and were not able to get out of the home. We don't know the circumstances. but they did lose their life. That's what we know at this point.
Terrible
Disabled,
situation.
I think, is the word that I was trying to find.
Terrible situation, and prayers go out to that family, and just hope that the good Lord gives you peace and comfort. It's definitely not easy to have to deal with, and hopefully they can get the proper notifications out to everybody.
Right. It's saddening. And y'all don't forget those first responders who were on the scene who had to deal with what happened last night. That's a very, very hard pill to swallow, so to speak.
It is, because now they've got to go back home, and some of them going home at 4 o'clock in the morning after having to deal with that, and that's in the back of their mind. Now they basically have to go home, kind of get what is happening and absorb that, because now they've got to turn around and go right back to work hour and a half, 2 hours later. And it's hard for a volunteer, and y'all prayers go out to, we've got some of the best, I'll put them up against everybody, volunteer firemen that there is around, and they definitely go over and above and beyond.
Hey, let's give a shout out last night to our firemen and police officers who worked in the rain countless hours last night to make sure everything went off at the lake last night. And I'm sure in every community that we've got, that was kind of the same situation, pouring down rain, and they stuck to their guns.
Oh, and they were still there. When I got home and took a shower, I had to take a shower to dry off. I was so wet.
That's bad. That's bad.
And we stayed in a little bit of shelter, but these officers and these firemen, Meridian Police Department was there, and they were soaking wet. Even your duck suit still does not 100% protect you, and you still get wet, and then it's hot.
That's correct.
Metro, they were out there hanging out with us.
Hope you enjoyed the show. We had a chance to show that and give you a first-hand look at the fireworks from there last night, because it was raining. So many people said, whoa, let me just kind of stay home and set this up. And we don't blame you.
No, it was not a great day, but Meridian pulled it off. Meridian gave a good show. Fireworks were great. Of course, you're right over there where we were at. It gets really loud.
It does. It was boom. Y'all heard all of that.
Yeah, Charlene and Amy jumped about yay high.
Yeah, that's how high as she could jump.
Yeah. But it was a good time.
And I say this, let me say, because you talked about the jump. You know how things sometimes spook you. I was with a police officer the other day, and somebody was airing up a tire behind us, and it popped. They put too much air in it, and you want to talk about somebody jumping and moving, and spooked him. That happens after you've been on the force a little while when something goes pop.
Especially behind you.
Yes, sir, Bob.
In Meridian?
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about Sheriff Jody Pennington. Let's go to Newton County. Everybody know Jody? They've been real busy over there. We hear that they picked up some headache medicine. Look at that headache medicine they got there. Boy, oh boy, somebody's going to jail.
Yeah, and it ain't the bear yacht.
No, it's not. About $3,800 in cash. A female was stopped, and she had some stuff she shouldn't have.
Ruh-roh raggy.
Out-of-state plates. It's going to be a little stay there. They're trained to pick up on these things when things don't look just right. And I've talked to Chris Reed. He's done that a lot. Of when you stop somebody and they go to sweating.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, feller? All you was doing is speeding. You're just gonna get a ticket.
Yeah. Sometimes you give yourself away.
That's exactly right. Yeah. I wonder if Jody needs to go to Washington for a little while.
He might should. There you go. Yeah. I think Jody could pull this out for us in Washington.
And it not take near as long.
No. Newton County, you get it taken care of, y'all.
That's right. And I bet Clark would help.
Yeah.
Barry could go help him.
We could help a lot of folks out by solving the good old boy way. Yeah. It exists. It's the Southern way. We'll be right back as we try to bring a smile and, give you some headlines of what's really going on in our area. We'll be right back.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
It's almost election time. Have you researched the candidates? My name is Michelle Griffith Joyner, and I'm asking for your vote for Lauderdale County Justice Court Judge District 1. With a bachelor's degree in criminology and more than 23 years of experience actually working in a criminal court, I'm qualified, experienced, and ready. My goals are to enforce personal responsibility and reduce recidivism. On August 8th, please vote for qualifications. Vote Michelle Griffith Joyner for Lauderdale County Justice Court Judge District 1. Learn more about me at joynerforjustice.com.
Are you looking for a job that could last a lifetime? Structural Steel is hiring now. With employees that have been there from 20 to 40 years, they're family owned and operated since 1975. Competitive starting wages, a 401k package, and great insurance. Immediate openings on the day shift and night shift. From entry-level helpers, welding and tacking, grinding and fitting. And the list goes on of job openings. Start your future today at Structural Steel. Call 483-5381.
Tate's Fireworks in Marion is open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. until 8 p.m., and again on July the 4th from 8 a.m. until. They offer professional-grade fireworks at a low, low price. Video monitors placed throughout the store to demonstrate how their products will perform in the sky. Tate's Fireworks has lowered prices on their high-quality fireworks. Be sure to check out their buy one, get one bins, and remember, they guarantee no duds at Tate's. Shop local with Jeff Tate and family at Tate's Fireworks in Marion.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Odie. It is a Wednesday morning, and the week is just flying by us, some kind of fast.
Yeah. I mean, Friday's coming. We tell you that every week. But Wednesday already. Man, it's going to be a wet day today. So keep your umbrella, keep your water waders on, because you're probably going to need it. Probably going to need these items for the next 7 or 8 days.
Yeah.
So, and your grass, you're not going to cut it.
No, it's just getting thicker and thicker.
You'll get it eventually.
Odie, another thing that happened yesterday, which I don't understand how people think that they can outrun the law, but we had this come up yesterday. Mississippi Highway Patrol minding their own business going down the road. White BMW goes by. Woof,
Meep, meep.
135 miles an hour.
Oof.
That's moving, y'all.
That's cooking.
Beyond light poles looking like picket fences.
Yeah.
That's just.
Yeah.
So a pursuit happened. Off they go past Lauderdale. They go up Highway 45 north. They get near Portable, and she slams on brakes, and whoop, she comes back toward Meridian. She decides she doesn't like that. Whoop, she turns back around and goes back toward Scuba. Off they go, and the Mississippi Highway Patrol called the chase off at Scuba. When they got near that intersection to where they're wrecked, could they just pull back?
Yeah.
About then, James Moore and the folks from Kemper County joined in the pursuit. It would go north. Noxubee County got in on the chase, and we've got the BMW still going. It would be Lowndes County after we take the fork.
Wow.
Right there where you'd stop and get you some. Nobody had time to stop and get anything from the bakery there
not
from the
today.
Mennonites. And it went left, and soon up the road, it would at Artesia. The Mississippi Highway Patrol would finally make the stop. And this is video from it as we see all the cops here. And that's not it.
Good morning.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
Well, he just really wanted to talk.
Good morning.
He did.
And happy Independence.
And he's wanting to talk about Independence Day.
Yeah.
Let's go back here and let me get that pull back up. I don't know how that happened. But we've got pictures in the whole 9 yards of police surrounded the car. It was a female with Kansas plates on the BMW.
Well, she was going so fast she forgot what road to take.
Or what state she was in.
Or what state she was in.
But she got a ride, and I think Troop G was kind enough to give her a ride to the nearest jailhouse.
Yeah, so she gets to that 3 hots and a cot.
She does.
Well, that'll help you out. You ought to get some good rest last night, a little bit maybe, and
Let me see if I can get back down here to the video of the cops that were on scene when all this went on. And I say cops as in highway patrollers. We pull this back up. Here's the scene. And let's make this a little bit bigger here where you can actually see it.
You're not going to outrun the radio.
No, you're not. And it's going to come right up on this on the side. I've got still pictures. And whoop, there's the BMW being taken apart. Now, we also know that the individual had something in the car that she didn't want police to know about, and she went out the window. It went.
Had to have been a reason she was trying to get away.
Yeah, there always is with situations like that.
Yeah, that's tough.
So that's what went on with that yesterday. Boy, oh boy, through Kemper County it went.
I tell you, we do have some great law enforcement in our area. Lauderdale County, Billy's going to retire, done a great job. We've got Lauderdale, Kemper, Neshoba, Clark, everybody that's around us, we're in good shape. You know,
Right.
Newton, we're in good hands around here.
We absolutely are.
And I know they all work together. If something comes up, they're going to all work hand in hand, especially with highway patrol. So y'all be safe and don't do anything crazy like that because they're going to get you.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're up in Lowndes County or not. They're going to get you.
Yeah, you're right, Jeff. That could have been a special delivery they were trying to get to Washington. That would be the route you would go.
Well,
Straight.
he's already out some.
Yeah, boy, oh boy.
Well,
But, I mean, the thought of trying to... 135 miles an hour is moving, Odie.
yeah, that's
That's like gone in 60 seconds. Gone, baby, gone.
Yeah, that's that fast.
We did have a small plane crash in America yesterday as we see that one plane hit a building in California yesterday. The pilot died. 3 others were seriously injured, but fortunately all 4 did not die. It's a miracle in itself of that happening.
Yeah.
Anybody that can walk away from an airplane crash, it's a miracle. As with the other day when we saw the man walk away from the train wreck.
Oh, yeah.
It's just blessings beyond.
Split second could make all the difference in the world.
It can, and and I can't help but believe, and I think most of us believe that if you survive something that seems as there's no way that you could have, there's a reason that God left you. You got to help somebody else in this world. You're
That's
here
right.
for a reason. We may not know what it is, but you're left to help somebody in some certain way.
Yeah, God's not through with you, and your plan is not finished.
That's right.
So, John Hollingsworth out there trying to be funny.
Yeah, saying you might drive fast in a side by side. No, not Odie.
He just drives slow.
One that goes
Side by
two.
side. Yeah, I mean, we can't help it that we got out and pushed around you.
Do you tip pretty well when you go out, don't you?
I do.
When you get something delivered to your home, I would think this would be a fair tip, 25%.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's really strong. 20% is even strong, but
And a lot of it depends on attitude.
it does. And Texas, they got it all on video there. The guy delivering the pizza, they tipped him 25%, and he's mad because he didn't get any more than that. Now, that's just rude.
Yeah.
There's no other way to word it, in my opinion. That's
Go
rude.
to school and get you a degree and go get you another job.
That's right. If you don't like it, you can go to MCC.
And you can pick anything you want and
That's
get an
right.
education.
You've heard us talk about it.
Yeah, right here local. And you won't have to deliver pizza.
More on the way as we begin this Wednesday morning today. And again, we're going to have a little rain a little bit later on as we glance back at radar. We're still showing, let me show this here, Odie, as we still show all of this heavy fog up at Starkville this morning. And it's light fog through Kemper up through here, but Stark, Vegas, it's extremely bad right now if you're going to be in the northern portion of the state, headed that way.
Yeah, so be careful out there. And, if you're having to get out and drive in this bad weather, just be safe.
All right, we'll be right back as we continue your morning.
I'm Nick Lisi, and I'm running for Justice Court Judge of District 1. Justice Court is the people's court, and I've been serving the people of Lauderdale County for 30 years. I grew up here, and now having 4 kids of my own, the future of our community matters to me. On August 8th, remember, vote Republican, vote Nick Lisi.
Garrett Outfitters on 8th Street is getting you ready for summertime. A large selection of cool hobo shirts. Maybe it's short sleeves. Maybe you need a pair of shorts. If you're going to be cutting grass or maybe riding a tractor this summer, you're going to need a straw hat to keep cool. And as you head to that favorite fishing hole, don't forget you'll need a pocket knife along with a great rod and reel. And if you earn your living in the woods, don't forget to check out their big selection of snake boots, Carhartt pants, and shirts for any occasion. It's Garrett Outfitters, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. from 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing, or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. And good morning. Benjamin Moore watching us, and I take it that he's overseas somewhere. It says it's 3:29 p.m. in the afternoon there.
Brother, thank you for your service.
And where are you, Benjamin? Where are you stationed at the moment? We'd like
He'd
to know
have to
that.
kill us if he told us.
Yeah, it's one of those secret missions?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll leave it at that then.
But thank you for everything you do. And then Lindsay's baby duck's going to try and call me out. I might remember that Talladega moment we had. Yeah, Talladega was going on. We wasn't going to Talladega.
What were you doing?
My grandmother passed, and so we were going to the funeral up there. And I was Dale Earnhardt Jr., and this fellow with a Jeff Gordon flag passed me. I told him, I said, no, ain't no Jeff Gordon going to pass me. And so, giddy up, here we go.
So it was NASCAR.
It was NASCAR, but Jeff didn't win that race. I'm glad the Highway Patrol was not around our area. I'll put it that way.
I hope we're not confessing to something here. As we turn back the sands of time, or the pages of time, we go back. We talked about this fellow last week when he passed away, but it would be today that he was born. And little did we know when he was born, and he was a little baby there, he would grow up to take care of a fellow that y'all would really like.
Yep.
Many, many times. Today, Doc Adams was born. His given name was Milburn Stone, but you would know him as Doc Adams.
As old Doc.
Him and Festus would fight over who was going to buy the beer that day. Over and over and over.
Old Festus.
I don't think he ever had a date the entire time they were on the show.
Neither one of them was.
Now that you bring that up, Festus just didn't look like he was had on any aftershave, did he?
He didn't have a whole lot of couth behind him.
Did you ever watch Who's the Boss?
A couple of episodes, but it just
Wasn't your thing, mine
wasn't
either.
my thing.
I know it existed. There was a TV show
Yeah.
before that called Soap. This redhead, and you've seen her in a lot of other different shows. Do y'all remember the girl named Katherine Hellman? That's her in Who's the Boss, right there. Old redhead there. She was a pistol, to say the least,
Oof.
in all of her shows that she did.
Yeah,
Now, as we look at this today, and somebody brought this up a minute ago.
sure did.
I watched this on the Beverly Hillbillies as they had a swimsuit competition, and Ellie Mae was in it, and I think it was Jed who judged it, if I remember right.
I have
But
to go back
today,
and watch that one.
1946, the bikini was born, and here it is. And ironically, you would think 1946 it wouldn't have looked like that. That didn't go over too well for too long.
I bet it didn't.
They added some material to it before they ended up to the way they look nowadays. But
Yeah.
1946 was the first time we got a glimpse at this. Before that, it had the leggings, and you were very well covered, to say the least.
So today, in honor of, well, not everybody,
Okay, what is it?
but National Bikini Day, we need to get the bikinis out. And
Right.
y'all need to wear them so we can
You said-
observe National Bikini Day.
They took that away from us in Miss America.
Yeah, that's just wrong.
They did. Nobody's watched the show since.
That's just wrong.
Debbie's got an 8-piece. I don't know if y'all know that. Some of y'all got 2, but Debbie's got an 8-piece.
Just tied together with a little bit of string here and a little bit of string there.
Judge Joe Brown, I know you've heard of him there.
Oh, yeah.
He is from Memphis. He makes a whole lot of sense. He's celebrating a birthday today. Born in 46. So happy birthday to Judge Joe Brown there. 1950, what was one of his big songs?
Oh, why y'all do this to me? You and Amy both do
The
this.
Heart of Rock and Roll.
Yeah, that's it.
Huey Lewis is celebrating a birthday today, and he's done a lot of other songs, but I can't name the rest of them. I know them, but I just can't pull it from the top of my head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. As we look at things, 1954, a song was recorded. It was kind of a thing done for somebody's mama. Well, it would turn out to be that little recording would become something big.
Yep.
Walked in right in there to Sam Phillips and recorded it. That's all right, Mom.
1954.
Can y'all believe that? And a legend was born, and we didn't even know it. 1969, these two would do One Atom 12.
Yeah,
And they would
watched
make
a little bit of that yesterday.
Yeah, they made it to the cover of TV Guide some 54 years ago. Oh my gosh, that started to be a long time ago.
Yeah, it is.
Long time ago. Now, before we tell this, let me tell a story behind this. It is often known that George had a drinking problem, and we're talking George Jones.
Yeah.
He often couldn't make it. They called him No-Show Jones. He couldn't make it to the stage because, well, he'd had a little bit too much to drink. And this flowed over to his recording sessions to where he could sing, but he couldn't talk. They would bring George in on July the 5th and get him to record a song. It was actually a couple of months ago because it went #1 today. He stumbled in the recording studio, recorded the song. It was awful. Everybody sat back and go, we can't release that. That's awful. So a couple more cups of coffee and, well, to get some other things that was out of his system, they kept re-recording this, and it just wouldn't work. The guy that wrote a song called Divorce, or D-I-V-O-S-R.
Yeah.
That would be his ex-wife, Tammy, who had recorded that. It just so happened, and this is how miracles kind of happen and legends begin. Tammy walks into the studio. George is in there. He's had a few. He's stumbling around there, and Tammy sits down in the booth through the window across from him, and George is trying to sing the song, and he's been slurring it, couldn't get it out. And it clicks with him, and he's able to sing He Stopped Loving Her Today. And they said it was almost as if George sang the song directly to Tammy through the glass. Now, he was still too drunk to do where he talks in there. They would go back a few weeks later and add that, but he was able to record it by looking at Tammy, believe it or not. And it went #1 on this date in 1980 as He Stopped Loving Her Today became a hit, and George lost $100 on it because he said it was just too morbid to record.
Wow.
Do you know all that story with that?
No, that was interesting.
George
I mean,
and Tammy.
I like the stories behind the songs because a lot of these songs do have stories tied to it.
Others
you
had
know?
had recorded the song and it went nowhere. It was when they added that extra verse, the songwriters there, where he came to see her one last time.
Yeah.
That was not in the original song. They added that for George in there, and he sang it directly to her.
And maybe you're right. Maybe that seeing her is just
pulled him through it.
I'm done now.
Because I'm telling you, he got arrested in Mississippi for drinking and driving and a few other things.
It sure did.
It would be 1975 today also, if y'all remember a young lady who would become a national star who kind of adopted Meridian as her own home. Lizzie and the Rain Man went #1 on this date in 1975, if you remember that, from Tanya Tucker.
Wow.
Great song. 89, we would all sit back and watch the show about nothing for the very first time as Seinfeld debuted tonight.
Oh, with Kramer.
Yeah, boy, I like that.
Yeah. You can't make Kramer up.
George. And what's her name was so pretty. What was her name? Yeah, her.
Evelyn? Was it?
No. What was her name? The dance that they always show where she couldn't dance.
Oh, yeah, she can't dance.
It was horrible.
What was her
It'll
name?
come to
Come on.
Yeah, help us out. 1989, we would show the drunk that couldn't make it to the party because he was dead.
He was dead.
Bernie's. Weekend at Bernie's premiered in 89. What a big party that was.
Elaine.
That was it?
Yeah. I knew we would remember.
Elaine was beautiful. She just could not dance. Everybody cringed when she would do it.
Yeah. But Bernie, I mean, that was a good movie. It was fun.
It was. I liked it a whole bunch. As we go back, this is a day that everybody went, I don't know about all this now.
Yeah.
I still don't know about this.
I don't either.
Dolly the test tube sheep was born today.
The cloned.
That's almost like playing God to me.
Yeah.
I want no part of it. It would be 05 today that America was shocked after weeks and weeks of watching this live on television that Casey Anthony would be found not guilty for the death of her little girl. There's still those that say, there's more to that story than we know.
Yeah.
Julia Dreyfus, I think, is her real name.
That's her real name. That's Elaine.
Cheryl, thank you there. And also Karina, thank y'all for telling us that. And it was a funny movie. We'll be right back.
Beanie was her last name. Beanie was on the
Beanie?
show. Elaine Beanie. I know that from the smartest man in Lauderdale County.
Who was that?
Clayton.
Oh, he is pretty smart.
He is.
I didn't know that. Well, Mr. Smarty Britches, what was Festus's last name on Gunsmoke? He had one, and I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all think about that.
He said Bennis, not Benny. Spell check got him.
Oh, I get it all the time. Y'all read my post. It's going to be okay, though. We'll be right back.
Same old sound, and no one's answering. Vote for change. Vote Ben Shirley, District 81 representative, on August 8th. Ben will answer the phone. Ben will get answers in Jackson for District 81. Ben will create jobs and promote economic development for East Mississippi.
I'm Ben Shirley, and I'm asking for your vote in the August 8th Republican primary.
Vote Ben, District 81, August 8th. Paid for by Ben Shirley.
Your local farmer knows a good deal when he sees one. The L-Series Kubota tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA and offered at Parish Kubota with 0% financing available. Come see why we're more than a tractor store at Parish Tractor.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. And welcome back as we talk about what goes on, well, at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. You'll see that logo there. They're taking care of a lot of things there this morning as they open up the door with plenty of shirts and things to choose from. Pants, maybe you need some Carhartt britches. They've got that also. Anything when it comes to this gardening stuff, from water hoses. I had one bust just the other day for being in the sun too long and leaving the water on. Rump row. Time to get a new one. They've got all that for you there at the Farm Supplies. It happens to all of us. From a rocking chair to just getting yourself some woodworking equipment there for the birds. They got it all. Visit with them today. You'll find them there with boots, seed, feed, and a whole lot more to take care of those horses and cattle. Find them there. Exit 151. Drop in. Wake Steve up. Make him do something today now. Come on, Steve. Smile. We'll see you there at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply is the place to go. Now, this is Wednesday, and let's talk about yesterday morning as we went out to Collinsville. Man, what a great feeling, Odie.
Man, it was to see the amount of people that showed up to support Summer and her family. It was good to see everybody come together and pray. I haven't heard a whole lot. I did see where Bonnie had posted that because of some sodium levels being elevated, that they did not start getting her off of the sedation.
Right.
So that was put off. So don't know if they're going to start doing that today. We haven't got word, but if we do get an update, we'll make sure that everybody is aware of what's going on. But to continue for prayers for Summer and her family, and give this over to God, that His will be done, and then we're able to live with His will, whatever that may be, a full outcome or anything. But we've got to lift her up to the Lord and let the Lord continue His work.
Sure is. And boy, you want to talk about some smart folks here. Festus, we asked, what was Festus's last name from?
Yeah, and I
Gunsmoke?
mean, bam, 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 bam. Everybody came in here.
Started with Barry there, Barry Branning, and it went from there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was Hagen. Festus Hagen. I guess if you think back real hard, but y'all knew
They've said it a
just
few
like
times.
that.
But yeah, they didn't. Now, some of y'all, Charlene,
What'd she
waited
do?
so long, she probably Googled it.
You think so?
Yeah.
She's a Googler.
She's a Google. Well, she didn't know that. She didn't even know what the name of the show was.
Bless her heart.
She said something. She's going to be mad at me.
We're going to work
That's
on that.
all right.
This was the scene last night. Let's look at a little bit of this as we pulled up at Bonita Lake. Says, well, it was kind of wet and dreary looking there. And this old boy pulled it out as we pulled here. Here's Scott McQuaig as he was getting ready for the show last night. It rained, it thunderstormed, and the show went on without a hitch. And we do appreciate Scott for doing what he done during that thunderstorm as it occurred there.
Yeah.
Now, as we looked here, let me see here if we can show just a few of these, if this will work right. Let's, here we go. That was the scene from the lake last night as we watched with excitement. It was so beautiful
it really
there.
Was. It was nice to be able to look up and just feel the freedom that we've got.
It is.
Wow.
And let me tell you something. It also went on in Demopolis, Alabama last night. I want to show this. This is from the river. Let's take a look here as we got some video here. Shanna, thank you. Look at that.
Well, they popped it out, didn't they?
Yes, sir. They sure did there. And what a great time they had there also. So a lot of fireworks went on last night. This was the scene, some still pictures that we got from Pearl River, from the tiny resort here that went on at Pearl River. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, man. Talking about lighting up the sky.
Yeah, they do a fantastic job every year at the Pearl River Resort with the fireworks show.
Yes, they do.
Now, I also wanted to step back one day as we go back to Kemper County to Kemper Lake with their fireworks show that happened on the 3rd. Let's pull up a few of these pictures of folks that were there. As the kids came out, a big thank you to Rocky Hickenbotham, who took the pictures and let us share those of everybody. Boy, look at that. Don't that look good?
Oh, now I done got hungry.
Brett performed. He done a fantastic job in Kemper County, played a few tunes for everybody, and then the fireworks came across Kemper Lake, and the beautiful ladies that were there. A big thank you to everybody that showed up and supported Kemper as well. Yeah. They had a large time there, Odie.
Now, it wasn't just that, but they were also celebrating that the Corps of Engineers has took possession of the Kemper Lake, and now that's part of the Corps of Engineers project now.
Did not know that.
So now that's don't know if they're going to change the way anything is or how they're going to do it or what that really means. I don't know if that's a little bit more money for them to come in and do particular. Pat Harrison, I'm sorry, Baby Duck. Pat Harrison took over Kemper Lake.
So maybe a few changes in the works for that. But,
maybe so. Haven't heard anything.
Maybe a step for the better. We don't know.
Maybe a good thing. It sounds like there was a lot of people that were for that. So,
well, hold on. We had another big event yesterday. Dalewood, Mississippi.
Dalewood.
Let's go. They had a parade yesterday, believe it or not. Me and you got to go to more things, Odie.
Yeah.
They had a golf cart parade here. Here we go. This is Dalewood as they all came out with American colors. Isn't that neat? Big thank you for getting us the video of that as you celebrated there in Dalewood. Always great to see Americans taking advantage of what we've got here, the land of the free.
I need to get a video, but I've got a buddy and he's on the Lima dive team, and everybody knows him out there. His name's Shane.
What's Shane doing today?
But he's got the equipment. And he's bought the hoses, and he's spent the time, and he's put everything together for that big, long slide they've got at Dalewood. And he operates that out of his pocket.
Really?
To make sure that all these kids and all have a fun time and enjoy themselves and all that. So I want to give a big kudos to Shane out there. He's
thumbs up.
He's a great brother and excited about the dive team and a great asset to Lauderdale County. And then he just continues this on I mean, just a good fellow.
That is. Odie, can you answer that? Does Kemper Lake have camper spots?
Yeah, I
Seemed
want
like
to say
I've heard of
they
cabins or
do,
something.
but I don't know if it's. I don't know if they do or have power and all that. Baby Duck said they do and camper spots. So,
Okay.
So they've got a campground and camper.
It's
spots.
beautiful out there if you've never visited Kemper Lake.
It really is.
Drop in. We had a structure fire downtown Quitman last night as we pull this up to show you there. This would be in the 700 block of Pettibone Avenue there in Quitman. I think they saved the house, which is good. We don't like it when fires happen. We also had another fire that happened in Clark County last night. As we go here, a mobile home was heavily damaged last night, the 4500 block of Highway 513 also. Big thank you to Clark County Hot Topics for letting us use their pictures of what went on there. No one was hurt in these fires. As we continue, let's talk about one more fire that happened. As we were arriving out at Bonita Lakes in Kemper County on Preston and Linville Road, we had a fire in Kemper County also. As we look at this, there are volunteer firefighters all around the area, and this house is fully engulfed. I don't believe anybody was hurt, thank heavens, but that is what went on yesterday. It was just a day of, I don't know what was in the air.
Yeah, and with all the rain, but still, that's something. Prayers go out to everybody.
Mm-hmm. We'll be right back. It's 7:50 already with Scotty Ray and Odie.
Yeah.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Are you ready for summer? Massey has a 2021 Jeep Wrangler that's waiting on you with only 61,000 miles. How about a Rogue with 57,000 miles? A 23 Camry with only 50 miles on it? Or maybe it's a Toyota Tacoma four-wheel drive that you're needing. From Silverados to F-250s, Massey Supermart Auto Sales, 1023 Highway 39 North.
Profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
I'm Devin Snowden, Republican candidate for District 1 Supervisor, Lauderdale County. I'm sixth generation Snowden to call this home. This is where I'm raising my family, where I work and serve the landowners of this area, and where we play. I want Lauderdale County to continue to call home. If elected, I'll do my best to make Lauderdale County its best. Please vote for me, Devin Snowden, on August 8th, and remember, I'm not just any candidate, I'm your neighbor.
Paid for by the campaign to elect Devin Snowden. And welcome back, Scotty Ray and Odie. As we step across the state line to Butler, Alabama, we do know that there was a shooting that occurred there. There is one death at Pine Brook Apartments. We do hate that. A shooting took place, someone lost their life. As we get more information on that and it's available, we'll pass that along also. We had several fender benders around town yesterday, even out on the 45 bypass. As we take a look here, we got some maps that we threw up of this. There's a little incident there, but right there, the 45 bypass is all that happened yesterday, and the Highway Patrol checked all of that out as well. No serious injuries involved in that. We also want to remind you, this is important for kids. If you haven't seen this, you can click our link here.
Yes, this is something that all kids need to go to Vacation Bible School.
College Park United Methodist.
I'm partial. That's my church.
Oh, it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they do a great job over there. But definitely, these kids, it gives them stuff to do that brings Christ into their life and gives them a chance to really get to know what the Lord can do. Vacation Bible School, it's great, and not just for your church. Go to these other churches and go through these different programs. Fill your summer up with Jesus. If that's not a bad thing.
Now this will kick off July 10th and last through the 14th. It will be from 6 p.m. to 7:30 nightly, so about an hour and a half there. Won't be too late for the kids to get back, but see about that. They should really enjoy that.
Yeah.
We have to say a big thank you. I wanted to show this. I showed this the other morning of the clutter that was in Meridian. This was near Chick-fil-A
Yeah.
there at the crossings. This is the scene of what it looked like. And after we posted the picture, this is what it looks like now. Doesn't our city look a whole lot better?
Big kudos for that and keeping that area clean.
From what I understand, some of the workers there at Crossroads got out and got that cleaned up.
Wow.
After reading the comments there. So a big thank you. You know who you are, and we do appreciate you going that extra mile to make sure that our city looks good.
I mean, that helps everybody.
Yeah.
All right, it helps all the way from our property all the way to getting business in here. So let's keep this place clean and let's get the trash out.
As we say that first impressions are everything when it comes to this type things. So we're hoping there. Michigan, this is the first I've heard of. We've had one person in Michigan killed by fireworks.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So we hope that no more of that happens.
And go get your fireworks today. This is the last day they can be open.
That's right.
So they have to close tonight, and they cannot resell until
Christmas.
Yes. I think it's right
15th or
before
so?
somewhere the 15th of December. So go in there and get your fireworks now so you can get an early start on Christmas. Or if you've got a wedding or if you've got birthdays, if you have a baby coming due, go ahead and you're going to have to get you a blue one and a pink one.
Be prepared.
Be prepared. But go ahead and get your fireworks now. Go to these buildings. They got heat in there. Greg's going to be off work for another day. I can't get him to come back to work since he's going to do his fireworks.
There you go.
Go see him, and that dadgum Bo Cephas, he dresses him up in something different every day.
You got him a handkerchief every day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
756, never call in a false report to police as we see South Haven, which is in Mississippi, right below the state line. Somebody called in and said, hey, somebody's trying to break in my house. Police sent in resources after resources, and, well, the homeowner didn't tell the truth. Guess what? They got a ride to the jailhouse.
Ooh, they get a 3 hots and a cot.
Yes, they do.
Needs to be.
Yeah, you just don't do that, so
No,
keep
not
that in
at all.
mind. Odie, we're getting very, very near, aren't we?
Man, here we are again at 7:57. Look, this is the fastest hour, and it flies by for us. We love spending it with y'all each and every morning. But we'll be back in 23 hours for a Thursday. Friday's coming. Hang in there. We love you. Be safe. See you later.
We'll see you then.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: